Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a run through Hades using the boxing gloves and on Heat 5. This is going to be sort of a let's play and a little bit of a tutorial for people who might not know the ins and outs of the game.
On to business then.
Speak not to me of failure. Failure is the greatest instructor of all. Your existence is a sequence of mistakes. Avoid making the same one twice.
Ominous.
I'll see what I can do.
I took Athena's boom.
Time to mix up my style.
So I should have actually got Athena first there, but I didn't. Oh well. Pierces and also just moments of damage to armor. Definitely that one.
Perfect fit.
The dash strike is definitely one of the best moves with any of the weapons in the game. Just because it means you can't be hit and you're also dealing damage. Plus, if you get boons, which, well, one of the boons from one of the Olympics that gives you damage to the dash too, like Poseidon's is particularly good because you also get knocked back.
Going in.
Might as well take the Chaos Gate. Poseidon, Zeus's is also quite nice. Athena's is probably the best though because you actually get damage and it also deflects at the same time. You generally want to try and get at least one Athena boon, which gives you deflect on something like your attack or your dash, just because it can get a bit tricky with the projectile enemies if you do it.
I know that there are some among both mortals and your kind from whom this is quite unacceptable.
What's Chaos got for me?
I have deduced your father himself stands against you when at last you are about to leave these depths.
That's right, Master Chaos. My father personally takes it upon himself to stop me in the event none of his underlings beat him to it.
Well then, consider bringing into one of your future interactions the small round catalyst which I provided you. The one in the shape you call an egg. It shall serve no purpose there at all. Yet if you succeed, then it shall bring us some amusement, shall it not?
Yes? Was I supposed to respond there?
Total life was reduced afterwards, worth 77%. Yeah, let's go for that.
The whims of Master Chaos. What is it now? Nothing.
I think the key to this game is literally you just gotta keep moving as much as physically possible. Just dash everywhere. That's missile Athena, let's go Athena. Hopefully I can get the dash, that'd be nice. And look out for these pots as well because they give you extra money, make sure to break them. Also you can drop stuff on enemies by breaking those. Kind of acts as a trap and it damages them. Always try and take the crystals out first because they do the most damage because they've got a beam. Unless you've got the shield, which means you can block them. But
Lady Athena, I know
and also make sure to give nectar to the Olympians as much as possible to progress the storyline.
That care and your determination spurs me on.
There really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to... Despite whatever difficulties you've encountered, dear cousin, again and again you have never yielded. I must admit, your strength of will is quite inspiring. For even I have doubts from time to time. It's all the clearer to me why the goddess Nyx spoke so highly of you.
Perfect. Got the dash. Yeah, let's get the nectar. Get wrecked.
Ready for them. All clear.
Palpom or Aphrodite, but mini boss. Oh yes, and if you see a little skull underneath it, that means there's going to be a mini boss in that room. It's just one thing to look out for, especially if you're trying to get the achievements and stuff and want to face all the mini bosses. That's the way to go about it.
Hi, Aphrodite. Lady Aphrodite, I'm afraid there really isn't much here worthy of you, but perhaps this can suffice.
My, but if this isn't such a treasure to behold, and I accept it as a sign of your affection. Of something even more, perhaps? Little goblin, you must know the 7 types of love by now, don't you? It's quite a complicated field, though several types intrigue me most of all. In fact, why, I have several types of love for you right here.
Heartbreak Flourish. Your cast, the cast is kind of useless. I don't like the cast. From Aphrodite, after you take damage down the first round, you inflict weak. Ooh, nah. Go Flourish. What we got here? Oh, yeah, go on for extra health. Now the trick with these rooms is you can't take a single piece of damage.
Get him, wretches, now!
Yeah, it can be kind of tricky. Because if you just get hit once, then you'll lose the bonus for the room. But since I've got all the slow attacking enemies, it's actually an easy one.
Fine, keep your trinket then.
How's that?
Okay, Dionysus, Aphrodite, or Shop. Let's go Dionysus.
If I could take a minute of your time.
These rooms are pretty easy. You can actually beat, because this is a survival room, so you don't even technically have to fight. You can actually just dodge around the edge and do literally nothing until the timer runs out. But if you've got a hard piece set up already, it can be worth just popping away if you just one. But if you're like low health or something, it's basically just an easy boon, because you can just literally just dodge around the edge and just literally just keep dashing around the edge of the room, and they generally won't catch up with you. It doesn't penalise you for doing that either, so.
Work faster next time.
Work faster? It's just survival for 45 seconds. How do I need to work faster?
Hey, on no occasion whatsoever. Cheers to you again, Lord Dionysus, mate. This place is so much less dreary under your influence.
This is the greatest, Zag. This feast I'm headed to. I was getting a little concerned I wasn't gonna have quite enough to go around for everyone. Well, you just saved my evening, man. Too bad you couldn't be there, yeah? I've got a feeling this time, man, like things are really...
Oh, now Dionysus' cast is pretty nice. Ooh. was good to get nice this cast.
That's good.
Money. Go get money. Oh, easy room. Nice. This is something that you have to purchase from the foreman dude. I can't remember what they call it in this game, but contractor guy at the house. You can buy these rooms for each level, so sometimes, occasionally, you can count, which is really nice. I think I didn't mention that in my tutorial.
Gemstones.
It's well worth it. It's like a chaos game here. Yeah, these are the guys that I was talking about. If you don't have the deflect, it can be annoying. Not the ones that are throwing the mines, but the witches, I think they're called. They're just really annoying sometimes, especially if there's a lot of them in the room. Plus, if you deflect the projectile back at them, it does double damage. So,
A gift.
that's also nice. I'm not going to take chaos this time, just because you see what's this one. Go for that. Well, I might as well take that too.
Here then.
Onto the shop. Oh, Zeus boom. Nice. Call or attack. Both of which are very good from Zeus. Let's go attack. That's the extra health too. Chat with Charon. And then onto the harpies.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
You want to mess with me again, Red? Well then, come on!
So it's kind of strange, you don't ever seem to see Meg after a certain amount of times beating her. I've not seen her in the past few runs on them anyway. Oh! That was a terrible cast. Here's the damage. Like I say, literally just keep dashing constantly and you'll get through most of this. It looks like, especially like the first time I played this, it looks very scary. Like the first few playthroughs, you're like, oh my god, there's so much going on the screen. But you learn the patterns very quickly. Like, you'll notice that it always goes in a certain pattern, and then when she does this attack, if you've got deflect, then just keep dashing, or doing whatever it is that causes you to deflect. If not, you can hide behind the doors, it's another option, or you can also dodge in between them. Like the actual attack itself, when she does that sort of wide flashing attack, just stay on the edge of the room and sort of go diagonal, we're able to dodge it. Yeah, which is in that form, she's dead easy to beat, because the attack always comes in slightly behind you if you keep dodging.
See you later.
Easy win against the harpies, no lives lost. We get to heal up.
Elective's performance has been lacking as of late.
Gain money. Deal 50% damage. Yeah, I'll take that. Got full health, so I might as well take that as well.
Next floor. Thank you.
On to Asphodel. Try and run through here as quickly as possible. These guys are also very useful when you've got deflect. You can just, there's not much they can do to you. Obviously watch out for the bombs.
Good enough to eat.
Oh, so I've got Random encounter or Hermes. Let's go random encounter. I've not been to see the woman for a while. To actually get to her, you have to dash through the wall. Just if you didn't know.
Hey, mighty generous of you to keep me stocked up on the stuff you're...
My pleasure. I'm always pleased to see you during my otherwise generally...
I'm fine.
Let's go for Pump Ball Ridge.
Enjoy.
Feeling better already.
Come again.
Dragons.
Obviously don't step in the lava as well is another tip. I know I keep taking a lot of the damage from doing it. You can stand in it for a couple of seconds and not take damage, but you literally have to sort of step in and then step out. If you see what I mean, like dink dink, then I don't take damage. But if I any longer than like a second, you start to take damage.
Off we go.
But it's quite good if you got knocked back on any of your abilities, just to sort of
Mind if I join the fray, witches?
knock your enemies into it. This is one of those that I was talking about. If you don't have deflect, it's absolutely disgusting. Unless you have a skelly, which you unlock by giving them enough nectar and ambrosia,
Olympus, I accept
you
this
can
message.
actually call them into combat. Yeah, let's go Demonized Crusade. And basically what happens is that all the enemies will focus him and not you until he's dead. The more you upgrade him, obviously, the bigger health bar he's got essentially. He doesn't do any damage, he just literally stands there and takes attacks for you, but that can also be extremely useful. Just means basically you can get free damage off without any risk of taking any damage yourself.
Delicious.
Let's go Divine Dash. Money up on another Power Palm. Let's get Power Palm. I've already got 400 coins. Where are they? There's a Chaos Gate in here as well. Ooh, that was a terrible cast.
A palm of power. Gods grant me strength.
Heed my call.
Let's go shop. Athena boon. Let's go for that. Grab that. Grab that. And go fight. Lenny? Lenny even. Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. Nope. Can deflect. Ah, I see what he's doing. He's hiding inside the lava. sticking to it like that, so I've got to literally dash through the lava to get iron and do any damage. Okay, come on, bring your little owls out. Ow. Where's the lock? What? I'm confused. Ah, there we go. I'm wondering why he was still impervious to damage. Oof. I'm taking more damage from the lava here. Get my gems back. I will say, just try and utilise everything in your arsenal. Like, don't just stick to doing like dash strike all the time. Like, try and, like, you know, if you dash strike in, do a few strikes, then that's back out again. And obviously make use of your special and your cast as well, because if you start using it all together, then you tend to do a lot more damage. Like you saw there, probably, that I was throwing my cast out at the enemies to then basically dash in, do damage, then come back out, and using you can use, especially with the box close, you can use the Y as a closer, which is really nice. 57. Yeah, there's one of that. Full health. Gain 1 use of Cathonic Cam. So that's 40 gold.
Courtesy of the pact.
No, we've just got to get through this. Elysium.
Everything's so green.
Oh, there's a pact. Oh no, I have to be level 15. Jeez. Money or hammer? Let's go hammer. Because hammer's pretty good. It generally gives you like a. Oh god, these level 4s. These you don't even actually have to hit them. Just literally stand still and then they'll blow themselves up. Just literally dash away as they get close to you and they'll blow themselves up. Like, there's a pointless enemy in the game, really, pretty much. Apart from when they're on mass. Long knuckle. Using your attack or special, you are sturdy. Let's go that. Closest to work. Oops. Yeah. Definitely try and utilise the bombs as well. They're quite useful because you can actually get an incoming range, set it off, and then that time didn't work because he ran out of himself. You can kind of trick enemies into sort of dying to the bombs, and then any of the traps you have that. They're quite useful.
Just a bit longer.
There's one thing I don't like about Elysium. The enemies seem to always take a long time to spawn in. It's like, especially if you're trying to do speed runs and stuff, it kind of fucks you up because you sort of have to sit and wait for so long for them to actually spawn. I've got no money, so there's no point in going short. Nice truck. spoon, but with mini boss. Let's go money, I think, actually. Be a wimp, not take the mini boss. The treasure trove. Let's go Zeus. And this is a mini boss. This guy. This one basically just always keep your eyes on the little black dot thingies, because basically if you can stop them from doing anything by climbing in the fighters, they're very easy to kill and you don't really have to worry about anything, and then just obviously put as much damage into that central as possible in time, and then yeah, because once they actually come back they can actually attack you back, if you see what I mean. Compared to not being able to attack, basically. Jolted, chainline your fits bounce more times before expiring, after you dash, just before getting hit. Let's go for that. Let's go money again. Build up my stocks of cash. These are the archer ones. These guys are annoying. Pretty sure you can actually deflect them if you have deflect, which basically means that they can't hit you, which is actually kind of nice. Plus you can pull them in close using your Y if you're using the boxing gloves, or whatever your special button is if you're playing on mouse and keyboard. I think it might be a right click, but I can't remember it's per mouse and keyboard for this game. Or it might possibly be, I think it might be one of the keys actually, Q or an E, I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, these things can regenerate if you just leave them. You sort of do a spinny thing and then they basically come back to life. Let's go Hermes, because I'm not going to see Hermes yet. Oh, I haven't got any nectar. Damn. I also suggest swapping all your keys. But I suggest swapping all your gems for keys and then all your keys for nectar. Because you need nectar with your keys in this game. Especially in all your stages.
You got it.
Now here goes.
Gosh. And don't forget to utilise your calls as well. I know I've been actually forgetting to do that, but they're extremely useful. And the bar does like basically go down every time at the end of a fight, so you want to use them every time in the fight basically, otherwise you just basically waste it.
Look what I found.
You can actually deflect the these things as well, if you didn't know. Let's go shop, because I've got like 600 gold. Do you like spoon?
When's the pleasure care on?
Oh, I've not got that one already. Nice. Love that one.
Delicious.
That one. up. So we'll get health back, because I'm going to cash to do so anyway. Now time to face these two.
You'll have to excuse the champion there, short one. He hasn't been himself. Though he'll still fight you to the death, I'm sure.
That's good, because you had me worried for a moment there. Hey, maybe I can knock some sense back into him. What do you think?
I'm not so sure. I've tried. But I know better than to underestimate you. Fight us then.
In this fight, you always want to take the Minotaur first, because once you get Theseus down to a certain amount of health, he starts using powers of the gods, basically, which makes it a lot more difficult. In fact, my scroll's going. Yeah, so see, he'll just both of them will focus him, and that's it. Which means I can get free damage off on him without actually any danger to myself. But yeah, Theseus basically starts using god powers, which makes him extremely annoying and makes it more difficult to deal with two people at the same time if you have to deal with one motion at the same time. I mean, you can get some damage off onto him, but just don't take some harm to make him at all. He's also really annoying to deal with because he blocks every single front time you throw it on. Which makes him super. Just keep gone basically. Ah shit, that's what I mean, yeah, see, he starts using god powers, but my doesn't get on that complicated.
Now for the other one.
So as soon as you hit get into half health, he starts doing this kind of crap, which makes it really annoying to deal with because he blocks everything you throw in front of you and get behind, which is just really a pain in the ass. Got him though.
They say to never meet your heroes.
Still not lost a life. Let's go.
You shades enjoy
I
yourselves.
should only need one for Hades.
Don't make me come up there, boy.
So gain random items, restore 8% for chambers. Let's go with that. That, I guess.
Got through Elysium. Check. The edge of Father's realm.
Oh, for this bit, I suggest always taking the rooms that aren't mini-bosses, so i.e. the ones without the skulls first, simply because of the fact that I've found the majority of the time the Sator package is in one of these rooms, not in one of the mini-boss rooms. If you do ever get poisoned by any of these things, just grab one of them. It'll heal you. Especially the rats are kind of annoying, because they sort of, like the ones that spit at you, as long as you've got deflection, are pretty easy to deal with, whereas these guys are just shot on the floor. They are a lot more difficult to deal with, because like, if you just dash through that, you'll get infected, basically. So, it's kind of annoying. is good to try and build up the major core if you can.
In the name of Hades.
But in most sort of normal rooms, you won't be able to.
Who should I give this to?
So generally, you want to use the major falls and
Down the chute.
major calls in boss fights. Or one type or another. I'm gonna have to use my thingy. Okay, yeah, I could do a Hermes. So it's nice to be able to use Fate and Persuasion as well, which means you can change what in the room if you want to. So that's quite nice. That's definitely one's worth getting. At the end here as well, you want to try and save as much money as possible, because sometimes you can buy an extra Titan blood, but it's generally like 10. I think it's 1,000. It's 10,000 men. It's generally like 1,000. That's always worthwhile getting, because at this stage you don't really need extra boons and stuff just to take on Hades. Well, I mean, sometimes you do. It kind of depends on how lucky you've been with RNG. Ah, fucked up on some cast. Damn it. It does also stop poisoning you if you obviously beat the room as well. So with those smaller rooms, sometimes you can just risk it and not go for the cure and just literally beat the crap out of whatever's in front of you. But generally with these bigger rooms it's better to cure, because you can take hell of damage from poison if you're not paying attention. Yeah, those teams are going to. I'm going to be going to Hades with a very low health on my first life, but I've still got 3, so. I've generally found that you need 1 to 2 lives depending obviously how you've been with RNG and just how good you are.
Hermes, my friend.
Generally it takes me about 1 life.
Friend? I hope this modest offering.
I look like I've got the sort of time to sit next to cuz, well, guess what? I do.
So cheers.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Using call gain dodge chance move speed for 10 seconds.
Let's just go down this Sata hole.
So yeah, generally, like I say,
give me another. How about another?
It's generally in one of these 3, but now I've said that, it probably won't be. Well, it's in one of the others, but on the whole, oh, I lost a life.
We're not finished.
I've found that it's generally in one of these.
Some of Charon's wares.
Oh, there you go, see? I mean, you can, it's capped at 25. That means I can't use a major call. So you take the sacred stack. You can obviously carry on and do the other 2 rooms if you wanted. 1,200. I'm probably not going to get 600 coins though, realistically. You generally have to really save if you want to not by the time.
Should come in useful.
So I'm just gonna use these to buff shit and got a word with Cerberus.
Deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
And then off he pops to go and lunch.
I owe you one, boy. Think you can beat me this time, Father?
You bypassed Cerberus again, I see. Unfortunately for the both of us.
Watch out for the footsteps, that's how you know where he's going to come back from when he goes into that state. Like, his attacks are pretty easy to read, but they're kind of hard to get away from. It's kind of funny. Like, you can generally see them coming, but actually moving out the way is kind of tricky at times. So he's going to strike that. Yeah. I'm going to try and get a major call.
You should have avoided that.
Yeah, I probably should have avoided that. Right, Father. Oh, there we go.
Thank you for the information there.
Oh. Fucking shields.
Get out.
How dare that?
Like this, as you see, the greater calls are very, very handy. They do a lot of damage. Oh shit! What? The shielders are so annoying, man. My enemy uses shielders the same as he uses. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with. Ow. Again, yes.
Come on, get up.
Through the first stage, now on to the second stage.
No more.
Oh, done. Forgot about his beam. Ah. The easiest way to dodge that is to stand behind these pillars. He blocks it, and there's nothing you can do. Ah. Probably trying to really call that, but I have a feeling I'm going to get killed. Oh, I was lucky to escape that one. Yeesh. Yeesh. Oh, fuck, almost thrown there. Oh, he got me with the shockwave, bastard.
You still resist.
Yeah, just.
Enough of you.
Oh! Oh! Oh god, oh god, oh god. That was incredible.
Skelly, what I miss?
Invite all of your friends, why don't you, boy?
And then, yeah, basically disconnect. Hold on! Not expecting to pull that out. Crap. Just completely beamed Skelly. So yeah, pull this out. Basically just throw everything I've possibly got on him. Yeah, there goes the whole bar and boom. beat him with 36 health left.
It seems I was no match for you this time.
And there you go. That is a run at Heat 5 with the boxing gloves. Not my favourite weapon by any means, but still obviously quite serviceable.
In the name of someone very sore right now.
It only took me 26 minutes apparently. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I shall see you in the next one.
Valiantly striding Zagreus was set upon by 7 bloodless slam dancers and slain, or something of the sort. Oh, damn it!